Hi there guys, and welcome to the Tantrum Kitesurf Show. Today I want to talk about something that we've been teaching, but if I'm honest, not really implementing 100% for the last 5 years, okay? This idea of ever decreasing circles of mastery. Now, what on earth am I talking about? Well, Bruce Lee put it the best. He said, I will fear the man who has done one punch 1,000 times over the man who has done 1,000 punches once. This idea of identify the fundamental part of any skill and then practice that until you are a master. And don't worry about the fancy stuff, because once it comes to learning the fancy stuff, you will understand the absolute basic principles. Okay, and then you can transport them into whatever you need to know. So if you can do the perfect punch that can't be defended, then you take those principles and you apply them to a kick or to a spinning kick or to whatever you need to learn, and suddenly you're this undefeatable master with loads of different techniques. Okay, but it all came from the start where you learned to punch properly. Okay, the problem with humans is that most of us, me included, as soon as we've learned something or we feel like we've learned something, right, what's next? Okay, what else can you teach me? What else is new? Whereas actually what we should be doing is stepping back and saying, okay, how can I learn how can I perfect this skill, this basic fundamental skill, even more? So we took this idea and we applied it to our teaching, to the way we teach kitesurfing. Okay, we tried to break things down as small as we could and then looked for the ways that we could practice that skill over and over and over and over and over and over again without it becoming repetitive, so that the person would learn much faster. And it had amazing results. You know, we probably knocked 2 to 3 days off someone's learning time, which when really it takes, you know, here in Tenerife maybe takes 6-7 days to properly learn. We're almost halving the time it takes them to learn over here. There were some people, however, who were really resistant to this. They just, whatever we did, whatever trick we tried, whatever hack we pulled out of the box, they just wouldn't learn. And we looked even deep into, well, what can this be? We were scratching our heads. How can this work? How can we make this work better? So we took it to an even more fundamental level. You know, simple question. How did you sleep? What we found was incredible. In 90% of the cases, I would say, the people who were really unstuck either had a sleep disorder or they just weren't sleeping well this week for whatever reason, okay? The people who were coming on leaps and bounds were sleeping loads. Yeah, I got 10 hours sleep last night. I was exhausted, I fell straight to sleep. And we just realised, look, it doesn't matter. You can try all the hacks in the world that you want. You know, all this stuff on the internet that you hear. Drink this coffee, take this supplement, do this every day. That's all awesome. But if you're only sleeping 2 hours a night, your brain just isn't in the right place to do it. Now, sleep's not the only one. There's an awful lot of other factors that go into this, but this is just to highlight a point, okay? You know, you need to get the fundamentals right. And the fundamentals are even more fundamental than even we thought. You know, it probably goes down to what are you eating? What are you sleeping? What are you sleeping? How are you sleeping? How are you exercising? You know, the real basics. What are your stress levels like? You know, these things will affect your day-to-day and your kite surfing performance in a huge way. Much bigger than you would ever realize. If you liked that, you can get more of the same at our website, www.tantrumkitesurf.com. We'll speak to you again soon.